This video is about the weather in Boise, Idaho and the surrounding area. This is a topic that always comes up, so we might as well address it. Boise sits in the Treasure Valley, which is located in southwest Idaho. The valley extends from Boise on the east to Ontario, Oregon on the west, a distance of about 60 miles. During the winter months, snowfall at Boise averages around 20 inches per year, but can vary from a low of only a few inches up to as much as 30 to 40 inches. With milder winters frequently in the Treasure Valley due to the fact that the elevation is around 2,600 feet above sea level, during the winter, snowfall is not as great as in other mid-latitude locations. For driving around town, front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicles with mud and snow tires are all that's necessary to get around. Now here's a tip worth its weight in gold. If you don't like shoveling snow, buy a home with an address that ends in even number. Even if it snows slightly during the night, these homes are facing south or west, so the sun hits the driveway. If there is snow, it generally melts in just a couple of hours. When I first moved here, I rented a north-facing home and learned my lesson the hard way. Didn't make that mistake again when I bought. As I mentioned, Boise is at 2,600 feet above sea level and located in the extreme north end of the high desert, which extends from the east side of the Sierras all the way down to Arizona. Snow level in this area is generally above 3,500 feet. During the winters, daytime temperatures are generally in the 30s. With over 300 days of sunshine, the days are very tolerable. The reason I bring up the elevation is that the valley sits at the base of Schaefer Butte, a 7,600-foot mountain just north of us. The Bogus Basin ski area is 16 miles away at the top of the mountain. I bring this up because in February and March, I've skied in the morning at Bogus and played golf in the valley in the afternoons. Spring generally begins the first couple weeks of March, with the daytime temps ranging from the 50s to as high as the mid-80s by the first week of May. The temperature could still drop below freezing at night. I mention Schaefer Butte because it's a reference point to be used when planting plants that are subject to frost. If there is snow on Schaefer Butte, do not plant. My wife has invested thousands of dollars to confirm this fact. The months of May and June can be mild. However, it's not uncommon for daytime temps to get up into the low 90s for a few days during these months. The redeeming fact is that the nighttime temperatures are generally in the 50s and 60s during these months, as well as July and August. I typically run my air conditioning between 3 in the afternoon and about 8 o'clock in the evening. I generally sleep with my bedroom window open. The warmest overnight temperature this last year was 72 degrees, and it only lasted for 2 days. The rest of the nights are in the low to mid-60s. Finally, there's the fall. Idaho experiences some of the most beautiful Indian summers that I've ever seen. It's not uncommon for the temperatures to remain in the 70s and low 80s in the daytime through October. The nighttime temps are when they start to cool down. Last night, for example, my outside temperature gauge showed that it was 47 degrees. When you look around, you will notice that the trees are starting to turn. This is a spectacular sight in this area due to the wide diversity of trees that you'll find here, but that's a story for another time. In summary, if you insist on wearing flip-flops outdoors all year long, Idaho is probably not for you. By the same token, this area is nothing like Montana or the Dakotas. We do have areas like that, but they are located about 100 miles north of here. If you found this video informative and would like more information about this area, feel free to contact me. My name is Don McFarland. I've been a real estate broker in this area for 30 years. If you'd like more information about this, hit subscribe and like. I put videos like this out frequently. If you would like to contact me, just Google Don McFarland, Boise, Idaho. Thanks for watching.